This is one of my crypto journey, and honestly it was harder than I expected. I've made mistakes, learned lesson, and I'm going to show you everything. But before we start guys, make sure you like, subscribe and comment the mistake you made while learning how to trade. So let's get into the video. A few months back when I started learning how to trade crypto, my goal was to be disciplined, to achieve that financial freedom, but that's not what happened this week. But I'm moving towards my goal step by step. So here's what happened this week. This week I created an exchange account with Wix. You see screenshots of it. I've already verified the account. The account is already verified. And then next up, what I did is that I learned chat, how to mark order block, change of character, break of structure, FVG and liquidity. But I'm going to show you guys on the chat. So let's head into the chat guys. I'm going to show you what I did there.
Hey guys, so welcome back. Now the first thing we're going to mark out here is our order block. But before we mark it, we'll first have to identify the trend, if it's a bullish trend or a bearish trend. So now what we're going to mark out now is the order block. But before we mark out the order block, the first thing we are going to do here is first mark out the break of structure. So before we mark it, we'll first have to identify the trend, if it's a bullish trend or a bearish trend. And how can we identify that? We first have to look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. As you can see guys, this chart is bullish. So yeah, after taking the trend, if it's a bullish or a bearish trend, then we're going to mark out the swing high, swing lows, swing high and swing lows, swing high and swing lows. After marking that, we'll bring our line here and mark it in the recent swing high. So here's how we mark it. We'll mark it like this. So here. So yeah, this is our break of structure. And then to mark out an order block, we'll look at the last bearish candle and mark it out. So here is how we mark it out. This is the bearish candle. Then we'll mark it out like this here. So yeah, as you can see, markets came and tapping our order block, and then the market started moving up. So as you can see, and then here goes to our bearish order block and also bearish break of structure. Now we're going to do the same here. This is the same too. We'll just look at the recent swing low, then mark it out, and then also mark our last bullish candle. So here I'm going to mark out our last bullish candle. So here is it. We'll mark it out. Good, like this. So as you can see, markets came and tapped into our price and then started moving down. So next up, what we are going to mark out here is that we are going to mark out our change of character. But as you can see guys, I've already marked out the break of structure, market recent swing high and the market's recent swing low. I've marked it out, higher high, the higher lows. And so now how to mark out the change of character. A change of character happens when the market change its direction. It changes direction from a bullish to a bearish trend, bearish to a bullish trend. So how can we mark out our change of character? To mark it out, we first look at the trend first. As you can see here, the market is somewhat bullish. So to mark it out, we'll first look at the trend after when the market break that structure. As you can see here, it breaks the structure and it started moving down. So to mark it out, we'll look at the last movement before the market started moving down, before the market starts moving down. So here's how we mark it out. We'll first look at this recent swing low and then mark it out, and then mark it out like this. So here we'll name it as change of character. So yeah, here is how we mark out a change in character, or a change of character. So guys, next up is we're going to mark out the FVG. As you can see, we have already marked out the bearish order block and the change of character. So how can we mark out an FVG? An FVG, before we mark it out, we'll first look out as this candle closure to this candle opening. So yeah, mark it out like this, and then we name it as fair value gap. So here's how we mark out the fair value gap. And then also here goes to our bullish trend. is the same. We just mark out candle opening and the candle closure, and then we are good to go. So, and again, next up, what we are going to mark out here is the liquidity. And how can we mark it out? As you can see, I've already marked out the resistance level. So how can we mark out our liquidity? Liquidity is when the price sweep above the recent high. So it's, and what you can see here, the liquidity is this. These are liquidity. This candle, this large sweep above. So here's our liquidity. So this is what you are going to call our liquidity, guys.
And also what I did this week is that I analyzed BTC USDT chart, but we are going to go back to the chart again. So I'm going to analyze it and you guys can see it. And after that, I placed the trade, but on a demo account, guys. Yes, because I'm still learning. I can't go in a live account now. So yeah, I placed that trade on a demo account.
Hello guys, and welcome back. So here's the trade I took on BTC, and this trade went well, guys. I'm still in the trade already. So as you can see here, I go in this trade with a long, guys. And what made me long this position? First of all, I mark out my BOS, break of structure, and my order block, and wait for the market to come and tap in the order block and then long. So simple, guys. I'm super excited. I'm still on this trade, guys, and this trade is moving well.
And that trade results in a win, guys. And after that, next thing I did this week was watch some YouTube videos and also read books. But here are the biggest mistakes I made. Firstly, enter a trade too fast. Second, I was too emotional. And thirdly, I was not waiting for my setups to happen before entering a trade. And then what I learned this week was that patience matters in this game most. If you can wait patiently, the market will reward you handsomely. Then risk management is key. Without risk management, then bro, you are gambling. Then simplicity wins. Like my strategy, just draw lines and wait for the market to tap and then enter. No stress. And lastly, protecting your capital. It's more important than chasing quick gains. And here's the results of this week, guys. I became profitable, but on a demo account, guys. And I also improved my mindset and understanding. Next week, I'll focus more on waiting for my setups to happen and also work on my emotions. So this brings us to the end of this video. If you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also click on the bell to first receive my video every week.